So a couple days ago, college football dropped a update, their second update since the game has launched, and it is a very good update. We're going to be talking about this in this video. Now, what we're going to be talking about is the gameplay related stuff. It's some of the Ultimate Team related stuff. We're not really going to be talking about the Dynasty stuff. There's a lot of stuff they did do for Dynasty, but that's not really what we're going to be focusing on. We're going to be more focusing on the big stuff they did with the gameplay, because they did some very big stuff on the gameplay. Now, I've played on this patch the last couple days, so I'm going to kind of talk about what they did and, my experience with it so far. And they did a little bit of stuff with Ultimate Team, not really too much. This is mostly we're talking about what they've done with the gameplay with this latest patch, which they've done some really good things. The first thing they did, this is something that is supposed to be coming to Madden later this year. I didn't even know this was coming to college football. You're now able to pre-save your Audibles into an actual online game. Now, we knew this was coming to Madden. All right, they told us this, but it wasn't coming out when the game came out. They said we'll get it later in the year. It's still not even on Madden yet, but it's on college football, and it works great. So it's really simple. So how it works is just go into practice. You could do it in Ultimate Team. You could do it in Dynasty. You could just do it in normal practice in like regs or however. Just go into practice with a playbook you want. Go in there and do your audibles as if you would in a real game, and then when you actually go into the real game, it's going to be saved over. Now, you're allowed to do this with if you look over to the right, it says playbook save 2 out of 32. You're able to do this with up to 32 playbooks. Now, I highly doubt anyone's actually going to use all 32 playbooks up. Somebody probably will, so I don't know what happens when you do that, but what that means is 32 playbooks will pre-save your audibles. So this saves a lot of time. Some of these playbooks are massive. There might be a lot of stuff you want to audible around to, and at the beginning of a game, no one feels like doing all that. So being able to just have all that saved and just go right into it when the game starts, it is just really nice. And like I said, this will transfer through all the game modes. So whatever audibles you have saved in that playbook, it'll have it saved for Dynasty, online regs, Ultimate Team. So it just goes through all the game modes. You don't have to pre-save it for each game mode. It'll just literally have it pre-saved for that playbook. So really big W there. Really glad college football got it, and it works fine. There's no glitches with it. So happy with the way that came out. Another really big feature that they this one right here is mostly for online head-to-head. I'm not sure about offline, but I know practice looks a glitch. It says everybody's wear and tear is red, but don't worry about that. Which they actually, I think they said in the past that they fixed that, but they didn't. But in an actual game now, your player's wear and tear is supposed to not because after their first update, the wear and tear was a little glitched online. Sometimes it would get a little out of control, and it was just a little crazy. With this new patch, it's supposed to be the wear and tear is supposed to be bad now online. And after playing on the patch for a couple days, I can definitely vouch it's not as bad. Now, there is still sometimes, it'll be my first drive in the game. A guy gets the most normal tackle. There was one time the guy didn't even get tackled. He got pushed out of bounds. And he was pretty much dead. He's out for the rest of the game. So that is still a bug in the game, but the wear and tear is not as bad now, and especially if you pull workhorse on a guy, you're not even gonna really notice too much wear and tear on him. So the wear and tear isn't as bad online now, but there's definitely still some things that need to be worked on with it. But it's a step in the right direction. It's definitely better than how it was after that first patch. The next thing we're gonna address in these patch notes is special teams. Special teams got a pretty big update. The first thing is they patched scum kicking on kickoffs. Now, I haven't actually done it in a while. I was never really that good at doing it anyway. And in my last couple of days playing it, I didn't know it was actually gonna just kick it off, but it just kicked it off. Cool. I haven't experienced the glitch where, if you don't know what the scum kick glitch is, basically on kickoffs, people were able to kick it a certain way, and your player just would not pick the ball up, and you would pretty much get pinned to the 5, and it was really bad. Supposedly it's patched now. I haven't experienced it the last couple days, so I'm assuming it is. If that's the case, that is a really big W, because that was awful. Like, yeah, it is pretty easy to move the ball in this game, but you don't want it to start at your 5. That's a recipe for disaster. So that getting fixed is really good, because that should have been fixed in the very first patch, but at least they got it done. Another big thing is the special teams they did. I don't even think they said it in the patch notes, but they changed the size of the kicking meter. Now, you'll notice on the kickoff, it looks a little bit smaller. When you go to kick field goals, the kicking meter is so small now. Like, it is a lot hard. It was already, you know, there was definitely a challenge, like, already kicking field goals. But now, kicking field goals is hard because the kick meter is so small. It's really hard to tell where you're aiming the arrow. And it's just also, like, harder to time it now. So, field goals are a lot harder. Like, I've noticed in the last couple of days that I've missed field goals. And the people I'm going against, they're missing field goals. Everyone's missing field goals now. So, they probably need to low-key drop a kicker on cut, like I've actually been saying now. I'm surprised they haven't dropped a kicker yet, but we need a kicker right now because field goals are just really hard to kick now. One of the best parts of this update is they finally patched the Stam Route glitch. It was supposed to be patched in their last update. People found a way to exploit it still, so it was not patched. Now it is officially patched. It is gone from Madden. It is gone from college. If the stem route glitch was something where you were able to stem route somebody, and if you like did some weird smart route with it, it would glitch it out, and they would run like some weird funky route at like 100 miles an hour. It was completely broken. Now it is officially gone. So you can still smart route. You can still smart route. You can still stem route, all that stuff. It just does not have the glitch a part of it. So real football is back. This one right here is probably my favorite thing from this whole entire patch. Curl flats now play 0 to 5 yard depth. That is the zone drop right here. These are your purples. There was a glitch, and it was in the game since it came out. If you would put your curl flats on 0 to 5 yards, they would not play that depth. They would either play 10 to 15 yards. Usually it would probably be 15 yards. No matter what, even if you put them on 0 to 5, they would always back up to that depth. With this new update, they fixed it. They actually do play 0 to 5 yards now. And this is such a big W because now we are able to double Mabel. So something I like to do is do my cloud flats on 20 to 25 yards. Those are your light blue zones, and then mix it in with the curl flats with 0 to 5 yards, and you're able to double Mabel. So you got the cloud flat play high, you got the curl flat playing low. This makes defense a lot easier. Something I really would love them to add though is base align on defense. That would help out a lot, with the run game, and just also sending some blitzes and stuff like that. Because it's really hard to blitz on this game, but that, stuff like that would help out defense a whole lot. I'm not sure why they don't have baseline in the game, so I really do hope they, look into adding that. Also, something I would like them to add is being able to bring everybody down to the line of scrimmage. In Madden, it would be called Show Blitz. That's another feature I would like them to add. I don't see why it's not in the game. It would also, once again, just help, playing defense be a lot easier. Something else they talked about they fixed on the defensive side of the ball was outside third. So these would be these guys right here. Let me actually put them on a real outside third. Supposedly, the logic of them is supposed to be better to where they react to stuff and just, they're supposed to play a lot better, play a lot smarter. Playing on the update the last couple 2 days, I don't see a difference. I don't think they're better. I don't think they're worse. I think one of the biggest examples I could give you is, let's say this outside third right here, Takario Davis. Let's say there's only one route on his side of the field. Let's say it's number 1, Adunze, the left receiver. He runs a corner route to about, let's say, like right here, 20 yards or however far this is. Let's say he runs a corner route right there. Takario Davis would not play it. He will just keep backing up, and he would never play it. As to realistically, if he's on outside third and that's his only route right there, then he would sit there and he should play that corner route, running that far back. But he still would not. So in my opinion, outside third is still trash, and they're very easy to beat. They also talk about in this new update that they have added a bunch of new plays to a bunch of new formations. One of the formations I saw was nickel 3-3 over. It seemed like they added like a bunch of new stuff to that. So check some of the formations you're running and stuff. It looks like they added like a lot of new stuff to those. They added formations to different playbooks, just a bunch of new stuff like that. So check out all the stuff you're running. They might have added something new in it. And the very last thing, at least that stood out to me, that I thought was relatively important to what we're talking about, For Ultimate Team, they said they fixed players on field appearances and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know how, like, I know Colin Oliver, if you have that card, I think he looks a little bit different now. I could be wrong, but at least I think he does. Julius Peppers still looks like Warren Sapp, so I don't understand how they messed that up so bad. Like, literally, his player model looks like Warren Sapp. I think he has the wrong number on. I don't know what's going on with that, so I don't know, but you know what I mean. I feel like that's something that should be one of the easiest things to get right. The players' models and how they look. Those are pretty much everything from the patch notes that really stood out to me. There was also some really minor stuff with Ultimate Team that I don't think that's really that big to address. There was a bunch of stuff they did with Dynasty, but like I said, we're really just mostly focused on the gameplay stuff and some of the important Ultimate Team stuff. If there's anything that we missed, you guys can comment down below, but I think we kind of covered mostly everything. Overall, this new patch is really good. There's still more improvements they can make with this game. One of the biggest ones is to, we talked about adding baseline and adding the show blitz feature. That would be really nice if they do that, man. Oof, defense is going to be a lot, I'm not going to say a lot easier to play. Well, it would be a lot easier to play. It's still going to be hard to get stops, but it'll make your life a lot easier. I do also hope that, just with the Ultimate Team game mode, I wish they would support it more, and not really support it more, but just, do their job. I mean, like, just they slack off so much with it, because the thing with this college game, man, I enjoy the gameplay so much more on this than Madden, just because the movement and all that stuff. So I would just like to see them, do their goddamn jobs with Ultimate Team. Like, when the content's supposed to come out, make sure everything's good with it, do what they're supposed to be doing with it, etc., etc. Maybe add house rules, just to support the game, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that actually play this game, so I would like to see them actually just do their goddamn job. But as for the overall job of college football, I think they're doing a really good job. These updates are, they're not making the game worse, they're making the game better. So hopefully they just keep doing that. And I'm happy with where they're going with it. So I would like my Blue Hens to be in the game. Sadly, I think I gotta wait for next year, because then we're moving up to the FBS next year. So Blue Hens should be in there next year. Very happy about that. But until then, we wait.